the Waco McLennan County Public Library, bringing you our Week 1 Full Steam Ahead science program. And today we're kind of thinking a little bit about kitchen science and what we might have in our kitchen that we can create a science experiment with. So today we are going to do milk art. You might be saying, ew, milk art, what is that? I would be thinking the same thing as well. But we're going to learn about how milk can be used to create all kinds of swirling colors, and then we'll talk about why that happens. So first, we just need to grab our items that we'll need for today's science experiment. So we're going to start out with a plate. Now the one that I picked is a plastic plate. So since we're going to be putting our milk in this, if we used a paper plate, what do you think could happen? Would that make the paper plate soggy? Yeah. So I would use a glass plate, a plastic plate, anything like that that you might have in your kitchen. Then I found some heavy whipping cream that I'm not using. And for this experiment, we probably want to use milk or cream, but have at least a 2% milk. So we'll learn why that might be important later. But with any good scientist, we can always try what would happen if we used 1% or skim milk too. That might be a cool experiment for another day. The other thing that I grabbed is some food coloring. This is going to allow us to create our art. I found some Q-tip cotton swabs just like this and some good old dish detergent. So any kind will do. Just make sure it's good and soapy. So we're going to start out by pouring our milk or cream into our plate just like this. So we'll put enough in there so that it covers the whole plate area, just like that. Now, we're going to take our soap and we're going to pour it into a little dish, cup, glass, anything you have. That way it'll just cut down on some of the mess. So we'll put a little bit in there, just like that. Doesn't need to be a whole lot, just enough. Then we're going to take our food coloring and we're going to put it right in the middle. So we use a few dots, kind of just like this, just like that, right in the middle. Now, this is where the fun starts and where the science comes in. So we're going to take our swab and make sure it's nice and coated with lots and lots of the soap, just like this. Now, we're going to put that right in the middle. Ooh, do you see that? What's it doing? So we'll leave it there for another few seconds while some of that soap comes off, just like that. Isn't that pretty? That also reminds me of something we can do in math called a fractal. Let's see, now, let's swirl this around. We can keep swirling through. Let's get a bit more soap on a fresh cotton swab and see if anything else happens, just like this. See it swirl out from the middle and go whoosh, just like that. Now, why is it doing that? Well, that's a great question. What we have here are molecules in both the milk and in the soap that have what is called hydrophilic and hydrophobic properties. Now, what hydrophilic means is it is attracted to water. And what hydrophobic means is that it is repelled by water. So actually hydro is like water, phobic means like a fear of, hydro, water, phil actually means love. So one is loves the water and one is afraid of the water. Now with these molecules what happens is the ones that are attracted to the water will come together and the ones repelled will force it apart. So in milk, you have fat molecules, and then you also have water. And in soap, you have the cleansing agents and also water as well. So how does this work for every day? Well, that's one of the cool things with soap. So we talk about how does science affect us every day. I know all of you are really, really good at washing your hands, but have you thought about what happens when you do? Your hands, they get dirty and greasy, and the soap and the water that you use has those hydrophilic and hydrophobic molecules, and as you soap up and you put the water on your hands, the molecules attach to the grease and the dirt on your hands, and then the water helps wash it all the way down the drain, including all those germs that might be on your hands. So that is science for today, and we hope that you've enjoyed our full steam ahead little mini kitchen science demonstration. If you do the experiment and you do something cool and different, let us know in the comment section, because we'd love to hear from you and see what happened with your science projects as you learn and explore. But like always, we're so happy you spent some time with us today watching this short video. So definitely give us a like, post your comments, and even come in and check out some cool science books here at the library. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.